Saan naman ito eh. Akala ko ba kinulong na ito? Pinakawalang nila naman.
Buto ka mag-phone sa paa. Ibang ako mag-phone sa paa. Hindi ka dito. Gusto ko ako. Hindi ka. Mama ko sa akin. Unang dito pa.
Uniform ni Balo, saka ni Tita. Okay na lang.
Ay ka, tinulungan na kita. Magpunan ka ng paa. Bago ka papasok ka. Ikaw din, Lolo. Yan, nakakay ka na. Ang ibang aso, bawal yung magpunan ka ng paa. Alam mo yun? Nagdawang siya halika dito. Halika. Ito yan. Ito ka lang din. Ang gagawin mo, bago ka pa. Ito. Tumingin sa akin. Tumingin sa akin. Alam mo naman ang gagawin mo. Punas ka din sa basahan, ha? Punas sa basahan. Hindi yung gagawin, ha? Tumingin sa akin. Mag-contact ka. Tingin. Tingin eh. Tingin sa mata ko. Ha? Ay. Ito ba tingin sa mata? Tingin sa mata. Tingin sa mata ko. Hoy. Ilang taon na ka na? Ilang taon na ka na? Kasi dito ng bahay natin, December at November. Apat, eh. Isang kami, sila yun nandun yun. Wala sa buhay. Dati na lang nandun yung buhay. Nakita ko. Yan, no? Pagkaan. Lagi ko mo na to, eh. Hindi ko niluluto. Ito mga parang. Shut up! Basta mo yun.
all systems. That's a terrible way to wake up. Imagine that you've been sleeping for 3 months, drooling in a hibernation capsule, and the first thing you hear is a metallic voice announcing your imminent transformation into space junk. My name is Juan, a human explorer who was traveling in a state of hibernation on a trip that was supposed to last 6 months. But after 3 months, something went wrong, and my ship's security system woke me up. The ship, my beloved lonely comet, was shaking like a cocktail shaker in the hands of a bartender with Parkinson's. The red lights were flashing, the siren was on, and I, with my mouth passy and my eyes glued shut, tried to remember how to fly that thing. I ran to the cockpit, tripping over my own feet. The controls were a festival of sparks and black smoke. I grabbed the controls, but it was like trying to direct a wild bull by pulling on its ears. It was useless. The large front window showed me a green and blue planet that was getting bigger and bigger. Too big, too fast. Well, Juan, I thought to myself, at least you woke up before the smash. You could have disintegrated in your sleep, and that would have been very unprofessional. Always look on the bright side, right? The impact was loud and abrupt. I hit my head on something, and everything went black for a second. When I regained consciousness, the silence was almost as alarming as the noise before. The smell of ozone and burning metal filled everything. The lone kite felt like an accordion. I was alive. Yes, but my ticket home had just been canceled. Definitely canceled. I cursed my luck as I forced open the hatch to Zam engine. The air outside was breathable, surprisingly fresh, and smelled of exotic flowers. The scenery was spectacular. Lush jungle, giant trees, and a sky the color of turquoise I had never seen before. Beautiful. Too bad I was stuck here forever. I began walking aimlessly, looking for any sign of civilization, water, or at least something I didn't want to eat. It didn't take me long to find all three. Well, 2 out of 3. What found me was a patrol of women. And when I say women, I'm understating it. They were giants. I could easily say they were 6 feet tall. Their skin was a deep blue. They looked like warriors, and they had muscles that would make Hercules weep with envy. They carried spears. The one who seemed to be the leader approached. She was 2 heads taller than me, and I'm not exactly short. Greetings, I said in my best Lost Explorer voice. My vehicle has suffered a technical mishap. The blue giantess looked me up and down. Then she pointed to the smoking remains of my ship in the distance. She nodded slowly. Her voice was deep, like the rumble of a distant storm. See, it's fallen from the sky. You're small. A minor detail, I replied, trying to maintain my dignity. Listen, I am a peaceful traveler. My ship is broken. I need help repairing it. I can pay. I have star credits, technology, whatever you want. The women looked at each other and murmured in a language I did not understand. They seemed to be laughing, mocking patience, that our needs are intense and it's been a long time since we've seen a male from outside the tribe. All you have to do is satisfy us and our best engineers will fix your ship. Okay, Juan, process this. Giant blue-skinned Amazons want you to, well, you know. And in return, they'll fix my ship. I looked around. There were about 10 of them. They were all eyeing me with the same predatory interest. It was a daunting mission, to be sure. But after 3 months in hibernation, let's just say my body had pent-up energy. I have to deal with all of you, I asked, trying to keep my voice from shaking. The leader let out a laugh. By the ancestors, you wouldn't be able to. No, little man, you only have to satisfy one, our supreme matriarch. A challenge. Yes, given the difference in size, but I felt capable. I felt motivated. I've been asleep in a pod for 3 months, I said with a half smile, but I don't think my whole body has been asleep. If you know what I mean, I accept the deal. Quote, the warriors seemed pleased. Perfect, the leader said. Tonight you will sleep in our village. Tomorrow you will face the challenge of the great warrior matriarch. I was taken to her village, a collection of enormous huts built into the trees. I was given fruit, some kind of delicious roasted meat, and assigned a hammock that looked like it was made for a bear. That night I slept like a baby, dreaming of my glorious homecoming and the challenge that awaited me. I was going to release some pent-up tension and get my ship fixed in the process. What more could a space explorer ask for? The next morning I was awakened by 2 warrior women and escorted to the largest hut of all. It was a kind of temple or throne room. And there, seated in a chair carved from solid wood, was she, the matriarch. If the others were giants, this one was titanic. Her blue skin was a shade darker. Her hair fell in a thick braid over her shoulder. Her eyes were a deep violet and studied me with a mixture of wisdom and sorrow. She stood. The roof of the hut was almost too small for her. So you are the male who fell from the sky, her voice said, even deeper than those of her warriors. The same, I replied, standing as tall as I could, and I had come to fulfill my part of the deal. She nodded solemnly. Are you ready? I was born ready, I replied cockily. I feel strong. Satisfy you. I get it. She shook her head slowly. Little man, I don't think you understand the nature of our heat. It's extreme. It's not enough for the male to be vigorous. We need him to consume himself completely during the act. I looked at her, not understanding what you meant by consuming completely. It means, she explained with deadly seriousness, that the male must give all his vigor, everything, to the last drop until death. A shiver ran down my spine. I felt the blood drain from my face. Wait. Are you telling me I have to do it until I die of exhaustion? Yes, she confirmed matter-of-factly. It's the only way to quench our heat. An honorable sacrifice. This is like an episode of Futurama, I screamed, panic taking hold of me. But you deceived me. You told me that if I pleased you, I could go home. We didn't lie to you, she replied imperturbably. We promised you that once you've done your part, we would repair your ship, and that's what we will do. We kept our word. But what good is it to me if my ship is repaired if I'm dead? I squeaked, out, searching for a way out, an escape. And then I remembered the emergency hibernation syringe in my survival kit, a concentrated dose of the serum I used for long voyages, lowering my vital signs to a point almost undetectable. state of simulated death. A crazy, desperate, brilliant idea formed in my mind. I lifted my head and looked at the matriarch. I put on my best face of heroic resignation. She's okay, I will. A man must keep his word. I will die with honor. The matriarch nodded in satisfaction. That is the attitude. And so I proceeded. I will not go into details, but let's just say that it was the performance of my life. I put all my effort, all my energy, and just at the final moment, when she closed her eyes with a roar of satisfaction, I took out the small syringe I had hidden in my boot and stuck it into my thigh. The effect was almost instantaneous. I felt the world dissolve, my muscles relax, my heart slowed.
We're here, guys, on the beautiful white sandy beaches of Panglao. Although it's a little rainy, there's a lot of fun characters on the beach, like those kids we just met. But I'm here in front of the kainan ni Sandro, guys. Kaya po yung Sandro. Sandro mismo, guys. Siya yung may-ari. Anong masarap dito ngayon, kuya?
Meron po tayong jackfish, saka po inihaw,
Ano?
saka chicken inasal po.
Bagong huli yung jackfish. Ano yung itsura ng fish na yon, yung jackfish?
Isda po na yun, parang malapad, tapos meat po.
Ay, okay. So siguro yun na lang sa akin. May red horse ba kayo?
Meron.
Sige, isang red horse din. Kung yung mga panawagan, kung gusto nila kayong hanapin dito sa tabing dagat, paano hahanapin nila kayo?
Madali lang. Punta rin na sa Barangay Baong sa White Beach po.
White Beach. Anong hours yung kuya?
6 a.m. to 7 p.m. po.
Tulog, oh? Wow! Or hanggang naubos na like traffic. You just have to work on the pronunciation. So like traffic. Plus there's a lot of you guys. But it's so interesting. What did Kuya say earlier? Tagalog kapala. He said it so fast. Like I thought he was calling me a palaka. Or is that what he said? Palaka? Tagalog palaka. It threw me off just a little bit. But coming down here, guys, to the whole region, it definitely makes me want to learn Bisaya much more quickly than I had anticipated. Ay, wow! Thank you, Kuya. Nice. Anong klaseng isa ba ito? Joke lang. Price lang ito. Thank you, ah. Beautiful. Just look at this. Look at this view we have.
Uwi na! Interest ka na lang. Humili ng kotse at driver para sa gas sa restaurant. Drive, your flight is sending right. I-download na.
Yung jackfish tapos yung inihaw. Thank you, Kuya. And then a new trick that I'm doing now, guys, is I'm bringing my GC Light Focus everywhere I go. I just set it up just like this, and keep all of the insects in the back on the food always in the food all the time. So we have got the jackfish, the green spread, thank you so much for the jackfish. We've got the inasal, of course we got the salmon, and then of course we got the beautiful candlelight. Fantastic stuff. So we've got the chicken inside, and then we have the jackfish. So when you're out in there, anytime you have any kind of in-house or east-side here in the Philippines, it always comes with an accompanying sausawan, which is a combination of soy sauce, soya, a little suka, vinegar, and then the little tiny pepper sauce too, which you can crack open and add to the sauce here. And then use that and you put the meat into there to make it power flavorful meal. Also guys, ito yung jackfish. Ito ang masarap. Oh my gosh. Parang may lasa siyang jackfish. Di ba? Wow, masarap talaga siya. Wow, there's a lot of flavor. Like this fish is like, it's not tough, but it's not like falling out. And it's kind of like a sweet, rich flavor to it. Wow, that is very good. Wow, jackfish. This is my first time having jackfish. Wow, wow, wow. And then this is the best right? The barbecue chicken. I just want to taste it a little bit without the sauce and kind of get like an understanding of the flavor profile. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is some tender, tender chicken. Holy cow. That is very, very good. A little more than sauce on there. Oh, ridiculously flavorful. Holy cow. It's like giving Mang Inasal a run for his money. Oh, sige, yun na lang. Thank you, ah. Wow, guys. Two more bites of this fish, and then one more bite, and then we'll get it wrapped up. Okay. Ate, pwedeng balutin ko yung natitirang ano, tapos makala po yan sa akin. Ah, sige. Doon ako magbayad? Ah, sige. And of course, guys, we're going to surprise them with a nice tip of 2,000 pesos. Coming from you guys. Okay, let's go for it, guys. Let's surprise you with a tip. Gwen, makala po yan sa akin? 7:30. Okay. May konting tip ako para sa inyo. May 2,000 para sa inyo. So ito, karami sa mga follower ko, kasi syempre, nagbibigay sila sa akin ng mga views, tapos pinapasok ko yung mga views at support sa mga local na resto owners, yung mga masipag na Filipino dito sa Pilipinas. So, okay. Gusto niyo ba ng shoutout sa vlog? Oh, sige.
Ako sa mga lahat ng mga followers dyan, kung gusto nyo happy-happy, dito po. Welcome po tayo sa Libaon, puro-puro Libaon Panglagon, White Beach po.
Ay, galing. Sige guys, maraming salamat sa pagkain niyo. Maraming salamat sa masarap na pagkain. Sige, thank you guys. Sige guys, thank you ah. Okay guys, we're almost out of ilaw. Anyway guys, let me find a place to put down the camera. We're gonna pack up and I gotta carry the umbrella back. So thanks for joining me on this vlog guys. We're gonna wrap it up. You can't see anything. This is just a bit. Where?
vlog. Nakita mo na si Boy, di ba? Hindi ko.
Try Palmolive Naturals. Amoy uso, hindi Palmolive. Amoy araw, Palmolive pa rin. With 100% natural coconut cream.
Popcorn. 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 Ito lang pa. Kapay, nandiyan ka lang pala yung pidaan mo. Nandiyan ka na naman sa basahan. Ito ba? Dito rin ito. Ah, ito. Anong gusto mo? Hindi ka kakain dito. Hoy! Natulog ka yan. Ano lang mo namin?